Welcome in. Happy Tuesday. Happy Thanksgiving week. Hope everybody's doing good on this Tuesday. Bombshell. A lot going on. I'm going to give you my inside what I'm hearing. Trump cleaning house. Mega supporters worried. Economy in trouble. And much, much more on this live. Hope everybody's doing well on this Tuesday. Enjoying your time off. If you're off, welcome in. Number one, Kai Rocks and our super moderator, super greatness moderator, Mike. Appreciate it. See you again. Appreciate you guys. Yeah, we got a little bit to cover today. I'm going to give you guys what's going on in the world and what I'm hearing. And we're going to talk about Susie Wiles. Susie Wiles, as Trump's ready to clean house and he's worried about the economy. And depending on what news outlet you watch, but forget the news outlets for a little bit. Because once again, ladies and gentlemen, I am boots on ground. Boots on ground. Hello, Cooper. Not true, Cooper. I got your message. I was at a meeting. That's not true about the that what you said. What you heard. So that's not true. Listen, we're in a critical situation right now. However, and welcome in everybody. I'm Sal, and thank you so much for a crazy live last night. 197,000 views. Craziness. Now let me just pause for that. We got a high five tonight. How about 2 high fives, Randy? Forget about it. Thank you, Randy. I appreciate it. Forget about what you hear, but I am boots on ground, like a lot of you. You see it in your neck of the woods, in the cities, and I'm seeing a lot more homeless. And remind me, one of the moderators, I want to tell you a sad story that just happened a half hour ago. Had a knock on my door. A little boy in school selling something. Kind of sad. Put a tear in my eye. We're going to talk about that in a little bit, but wait for the YouTube algorithm to come in to play. 197,000 views last night, 163 likes. Amazing, all because you great people as we continue to grow. If you're coming into the channel for the first time, like and subscribe. If you enjoy the content, thank you all memberships. Appreciate all loyal subscribers, older subscribers. Appreciate you guys. Now, forget what you hear on the news. Again, we're recovering. The economy is not good, okay? Actually, it's just as bad right now than it was when Biden was president. However, the approval rating on Trump is high. Well, how can that be? How could approval rating be high, but the economy be in trouble? But yeah, we're going to talk about the economy and what's going on. And by the way, are we going to have a dollar store, or will it become the $100 store? Just a little laugh. I'm serious, guys. Don't think it's not true, because remember it was the dollar store? I'm seeing a $3 store now. Anybody else seeing a $4.99 store? What happened to the dollar store? It felt like a minute ago as this next generation. So are we going to see a $100 dollar store? Yes or no? So we're in some critical times. But this mega supporter is a little upset at Trump. But remember what we had from the previous administration. But I'm sick and tired of the name blame. And we know that administration was the worst we ever seen. Let's be honest. It was the worst we ever seen. But I am a bit concerned because I'm talking to my Republican friends, my Democrat friends, all people. And MAGA supporters are upset. And in fact, I'm going to have one on. I talked to one today, and he was like, have somebody on? Well, he might be coming on because we have some diehard MAGA. A lot of them getting Trump elected. A lot of them had a lot to do with Vegas, but they're upset because they're feeling it. You know, we're feeling it in our bank accounts, right? And I'm out there. Let me just read some numbers. And by the way, if you're just coming in, Trump is cleaning house. I did not put that in my title, but Trump is cleaning house. The latest on coming up in 2026 is Susie Wiles might be fired. Susie Wiles, and I've heard he was on good terms. Why is he going to get rid of her? Who else is going to get rid of? He's bringing in new people, new thoughts to work together, new voices for a better economy. Ladies and gentlemen, what's the most important thing? I know closing the borders, we got all that. And Trump has done that much more, right? But put that aside, once again, there's our wallet and our purse. And right now, it's critical. We're in critical alert. We are on a big alert, okay? Alarm is on. The alarm is on The only good thing is Trump is aware. When he's aware and he's talking about firing people like big names like Susie Wiles and many more. Somebody said Pam Bondi. I don't know about Pam Bondi, but what I'm hearing is Susie Wiles will be next. And you know what? Trump doesn't give a shit. But at the end of the day, when you are the leader, you could fire anybody you want. But it is on your watch. Now, I do like that he's acknowledging he wants to bring in new faces, new voices, mainly to improve our economy, that he's quietly aware of. Now, being quietly aware of it is fantastic. But on the flip side, mega conservatives, Democrats, independents, black, white, gay, straight, so on and so forth, are saying, whoa, 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 whoa. Are we going to survive? Well, that's what we're going to talk about on today's live. I welcome a few of you in here. And then we will talk. How do we fix it? What do we do? Let me read some numbers. The job report is at 41%. However, the economy is 38%, and this is according to Fox. Some are at 34, some are at 36. Fox is at 38. Not good. Not good for you, not good for me, not good for the people. A lot of people are very close to being homeless. We help out the homeless on this channel. By the way, I had a great, Ardell, how are you? Welcome in. Had a guy today, Dizzy, I'm smoking a Camacho, pretty good cigar. Had a guy today, got cut, homeless, check out the short. He wanted a Band-Aid. Goes, you have a Band-Aid? Let's go buy one. If you haven't watched it, he didn't take advantage. I said, whatever you want. He's looking at the prices of the Band-Aid. He's looking at the prices of the Band-Aid. Mike, thank you so much for the floating heart. Appreciate that. Dizzy Camacho. This is, a lot of people thought when I went in there, he's concerned about the $3.99 Band-Aid because I just need one. I said, get all the Band-Aids. He got cut. And then I said, whatever you want. You know what he said to me? Real quick, we'll get back to the topic. He goes, I want a cup of coffee, but not for me, for my girlfriend. So then again, here we go again. Human like us. A man looking after his wife or his girlfriend. Cup of coffee. So, and then he got a few other things. And now, I do want to talk about the little boy knocking on my door. Little boy, neighbor down, comes knocking on the door. Not too late. Knock, knock. Who's that? And little boy. And he goes, hi, sir. I go, hi, how are you? He goes, I'm selling toys. I said, you're selling toys? I said, they're your toys. He's, yeah. But it's to charity. I said, charity? Yeah, I want to give back to my school and help out kids that are less fortunate. Whoa. But you're selling your toys? For me, and I could be wrong, I think it was for him. I think it was for that little boy. Selling 2 little toys. I don't know what they are, guys. But if you're young, they're like little heads of figures, and it's what they're collecting now. I go, how much you want? He said $5. So I went out and gave him the $5. I said, you keep your toys. Little boy had a tear in his eyes. He said, don't you sell those toys? And he walked back towards his house. But anyhow, we're hurting, ladies and gentlemen. We're hurting. And yes, I am a Trump supporter. You see the flag, but this MAGA supporter is upset. I'm upset at the government. There's no use even talking about the Democrats because it's not even a party anymore. And a lot of this causing this inflation to get even worse at the moment because of the shutdown. 42, let's be honest. Let's not fake. $42 Chuck Schumer shutdown caused a worse economy. But I'm sick and tired of it. And I want Trump to work on a better solution to help out the American people, the working people, people on Social Security, elderly, young people, get people in homes, get interest rates down. Trump's trying. He acknowledged we have a problem. I wish Fox News would stop covering it up. Don't cover it up. We have a problem. We got to get it fixed. Okay? So Trump is worried. and he's cleaning house. 20 to 25 are disapproved percentage of the economy on MAGA. Okay? 20 to 25% of MAGA, Make America Great Again, Republican conservatives, Trump supporters who voted 3 times like myself, and that percentage are worried about how President Trump is handling today's economy. Not last term economy, not last year's economy, not even 2 weeks ago economy, but today's economy. Now, just because I'll speak for me. Why am I saying we? I'm worried and calling Trump out. If you say I'm calling Trump out, it doesn't mean I'm not behind Trump. So there's our dilemma. I'm Trump, but I'm on him. I see it. Rise in homelessness. Boys knocking on my door, selling a toy, $5. People are hurting. We got to get it fixed. And the dollar, and they're printing more money out. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, come on in. And once again, if you're new to the channel, I'm Sal. Appreciate liking and subscribing. But they are going to be printing more money out. Print more money means what? Take a guess in the chat. What's it mean when you print more money? 2026, they're going to print more money. Well, printing more money causes what? Now, while I wait for a response, there you go, right off the bat. Bada boom, bada bing. Inflation. Thank you so much. Inflation. 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 All right, Sal, you said it 3 times. Get your point across. Well, I am. I'm upset, guys. Sorry, because you know what? I see the difference. I see the difference. Let me ask you guys this. It's a simple answer. I don't need to know how much, because it's none of my business. Nobody's business. But be truthful. Be honest with yourself. How's your bank account today, right, than it was 6 months ago? And then if you want to go back, let's go back a year ago. Not biting years. Let's go back 6. How's your bank account 6 months ago? Now, I know hot water heater breaks. I know kids get married. I know you have a couple tires you had to repair. Some of you had to paint your walls. I get it. But it's a simple answer. How is your bank account? Because when it goes to midterms, Democrats, Republicans, we know that wars have ended. 8. Trump's playing chess. I called it. Trump's doing an amazing thing, closing borders, right? Cleaning up cities and states. But at the end of the day, how's your bank account? Is it down like 10%? Well, you can live with that, right? Maybe. Is it down 30%? Maybe not. Is it down 50%? That's the question. That's what it comes down to, people, with midterms and future elections. It comes down to how is your bank account? That's what it comes down to. But right now we're in some crucial times. I talked about turkeys being $40. A lot of people couldn't believe it. They thought I was over-exaggerating. No, we got our turkey, $40 for a 20-pound turkey. So, a lot of things need to be figured out. It's not all Trump's fault. This was a administration that failed us in so many ways. The Biden administration, Biden committee, whatever hell you want to call it anymore. It failed, but I'm sick of it, tired of hearing of it. When you're in president, I know it hasn't been a year yet. Well, Sal, you're a little hard on Trump. You're a little hard on Trump. Well, maybe I am, but I care. I care because we're helping out our neighbors. We're helping out homeless. Helping out people we know, family, not even homeless. So we got to get it better, right? We got to get it better. We got to get back on track. Now, I'm not saying New York steak should be $10 a pound, but we got to get things more stable. So that's what we're talking about tonight. But I got to tell you, I'm not happy right now. Reading these numbers, 25% of MAGA disapprove on the economy. Disapprove on the economy. People are in need. People are in need. Stimulus into a bubble. Get it? Stimulus into a bubble. Print more money. But Trump wants to shake up the cabinet. Now, if you're just coming in, Trump wants to shake up the economy. Bombshell, Susie Wiles, you might know who she is. Loves Susie Wiles. I heard some sources that he still likes her, still cares for her, but I'm hearing that she might be gone. He wants to shake up the team. Why her? And why who else is going to go? Because he wants to shake it up. He wants to bring in new voices, a new team, and eventually get the economy and inflation down to 0. Love to see a 0% inflation. Almost impossible, but get it down and get money exchanged again. Unfortunately, though, printing money in 26 is all going to happen. on some of the reports that I'm reading. Now, some reports, according to Fox, some reports are saying, uphill battle, inflation is way down. That's simply not true. That's a lie. I call it as it is. That's not true. We know that, inflation is kind of in check, but it's not record down. So that's simply a lie. But anyhow, that's where we're at on this Tuesday. I hope everybody's doing well. Read some comments here. Burnt Toast is back for a second live. How about that? You're back. Burnt Toast wants to send some scotch and a cigar to debate. You still want to debate, my friend? How are you going to debate me now when I'm knocking Trump? That's pretty hard, huh? That's funny. We'll have you on there. Don't worry about the scotch or cigar. We'll figure out a way. But appreciate you coming back. Wages are up, but that's a lie. Supposedly jobs are up. Yeah, jobs are up, supposedly. But there is some major layoffs from Amazon and not T-Mobile, Verizon. So there's been some layoffs, but yeah. What's going on in Norway? What's going on in beautiful Norway? Now, I appreciate you guys being here. Once again, thank you for all the amazing likes and donations on here today and last night. Once again, I'm Sal. For your first time here, like and subscribe. We had not a record, but we had our top 3 or 4, Mike M. Why I say Mike, you're a big part of this, Mike. All moderators, welcome in all moderators to continue these lives. Appreciate it. And but we had 197,000 views, 163 likes, and at one point we had about 1,900 people on a live last night. Appreciate you guys all. It's all you, not me. Appreciate you so much. Once again, we help out the homeless, and got to tell you right now, guys, I am seeing more and more homeless. Now, there's a couple different reasons. A big reason is it is getting colder here, so a lot of people that were living underground, yes, people live underground here in Vegas, are now coming above ground. That's one. Two, we had that 42-day shutdown, Schumer shutdown. But three, people are just running short, and we're hitting, a bubble. And credit cards. People were living on their credit cards. And now when you are living on, maxing out your credit cards, what happens then? So you try to get a loan, but your credit is not good. You're embarrassed to at least this is what I'm hearing on the streets. You're embarrassed to reach out to loved ones. So what ends up happening? You end up on the streets, in the colder streets in Las Vegas. Now, today's not bad, but you get where I'm saying, and it's very, very sad. But once again, if you're coming in, they're talking about printing money again next year. Trump is calling out the cabinet. Big changes are coming. Susie Wiles' name's been mentioned. I'm not 100% sure she'll be fired, and he might fire some others to shake it all up. Now, what do you guys think in the chat? Should Trump fire some of the cabinet members like Susie Wiles? What? Yes or no? Should he do that? Yes or no? Should he go ahead and fire some of the cabinets in the upcoming 2026 and getting ready and prepared? I guess I'll follow up with the next question. Is that going to help the economy? I don't know. I'm asking. I'm just asking. I always say, if they're not doing their job, and that's in anything, but particularly in politics, if the cabinets are not helping where the president, as President Trump is right now, then I say you got to let them go. I like new voices to come in, but we got to be very careful not to bring in too many voices, right? So it's a fine line there. But at the end of the day, it's on his watch. So Trump needs, and he has, acknowledged there's a problem. But now we got to fix the problem. Now, a lot of Democrats and some MAGA would say this. Somebody says absolutely go. Yeah, I mean, there's some that might have to go. I understand that Susie Wiles was well liked by Donald Trump. This is news to me today, just came out, and it's a reliable source. But again, when you are the president of anything, in this case, the president of the United States, beautiful flags behind me, beautiful, I mean, mega, you have to look at yourself and make some changes. So it's going to ultimately come down to the president of the United States. Thank you for the donation. So, but I'm telling you, now let me ask the mega on here. Are you hearing that mega's upset? I mean, these are numbers that a lot of you might not be concerned of, but 20 to 25% disapprove. That's mega. That's not all. That's mega. 6 months ago, that was only 5 to 10%. Oh, excuse me, 10 to 15%. I apologize. So those numbers have rise. Barry, thank you so much, Barry. Or Barry, I'm sorry. Barry, thank you. Thank you so much. What Barry? Barry. Yeah. I'm just giving you these reports, but I'm also giving you, forget the reports. You know, you hear these Harvard reports and this, forget about it. It's probably like the 2024 Expos. I'm just telling the reports that I see and the reports to who I'm talking to. You know, and MAGA supporters are a little disappointed and worried, and not so much about themselves, but they're worried about their kids, our future, their neighbors, and some are just worried about themselves. All right. James, welcome in. Appreciate your comment there, James. Janine, how are you? How you been? I haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're feeling well. I know I had the flu there for 1 or 2 days. We had a record turnout yesterday. Thank you, all moderators. Craziness. Overwhelmed on a Monday. Amazing. Third term is good. Third term is good if, if the people on either side see a president, in this case, I think you're alluding to, President Trump, is doing well and has an opportunity to continue. But that only comes down to if Trump wants it, and it can be done. But I don't think Trump wants a third term. He is 79, plenty of energy, good president. Well, wait a minute, you're contradicting yourself. No, I'm just calling out the economy part right now. All right, let's see here. I think we need a new Republican there. I don't want the Bush. Have you guys heard about George Bush? He wants to get the Bush names in there again. We know that didn't work, right? People were tired of the Bushes. People were tired of the Clintons. That's why Trump won, right? I want to see Vance and Vervik. Swamsy. Read some comments here. Yeah, what we need is to get back on track, right? Well, a lot of people will come on here now and criticize me, and that's fine. Let me look in the camera. That's fine. Because I know a lot of people are thinking, well, Sal, what the hell you want? We got the borders closed. Beautiful, right? Big, beautiful bill, no tax on tips, no tax on overtime, helping out seniors. Beautiful. It has been implemented out there. It's passed. And 8 wars, a leader, not a follower, one of us, and that's all true. That's all true. A on the report card. A plus, A. But when it comes to economy, right now, it's around a C- to a D. I want us to be honest with each other. Now, a lot of people on here, respectfully so, are okay. And that's good. But for a lot of people, it's not okay. So that's why I'm bringing this up on today's topic. It's not about calling out the president that I voted for 3 times. And I'm not saying that it's going to crash, but it's got to get better. We cannot stay that's on track. Now, time will tell. He still hasn't been president for a year, but I'm just giving you what I'm hearing out there, what I'm seeing out there with homeless, a little bit of numbers that are floating around from Fox. So you put all that together, and also some other people that are out there talking, not real good. Could it be the tariffs? I mean, that's a part of it, but I'm not buying that tariffs is all of it. But to be honest, that's part of it. People have become soft and dependent on others. True, too. It is true. You can't argue about it. That is true. 100%. 100%. Comment from Ozzy. It is true. It's a combination. $8 for a pound of hamburger. By the way, that's a lot of hamburger. Mikey, what's going on, Mikey? Good to see you. Good to see you. Lemon J dropping a bomb. Whoa, high five fist bump. Thank you for all your homeless outreach. Well, Lemon J, thank you so much for all your support and all your likes and all your great comments on those shorts, those vertical shorts. Appreciate you. Thank you. Help sponsoring today's live and helping out and forwarding it on to the homeless. Thank you so much. Well, we got a combination of things going on, guys, but you know, we can't sit here, or at least I can't sit here and make believe that the economy is perfect. Well, a lot of these might say, well, has it ever been perfect? No. But the expectations are, as we're hitting these holiday season, Christmas, we expect, at least I do. I'm speaking for myself. Thought it'd be a little bit better. Not a lot better, but better. But again, it's not all Trump's fault. And he is acknowledging that we have a problem. So, and it's a problem all directions, you know. It really is. But it gets to me a little bit when I see these hurting people out there. And now, when I say hurting people, the homeless, so we got a lot of things that we gotta get together. I'm trying to go back. Someone wanted me to read a message, so I'm pausing here. Trump impeachment attacking the Constitution and breaking so many laws and ICE American people and threaten lives. The Democrat government, 25 minute might be in. Yeah, I did hear something, but Donald Trump will not be impeached. They'll try. They will try to impeach him if the Democrats win the midterms, but it will not happen. I mean, it comes down to, even though I'm discussing or I'm disgusting what's happened with the economy, at the end of the day, we're in a lot better situation, in my opinion, than we were under the Biden administration. Way better. But, you know, people want to continue full force. And the people that I'm talking to and discussing with MAGA are concerned. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I mean, you know, Thanksgiving. Let me be the first to wish everybody, once again, a happy Thanksgiving for Thursday. Make sure you enjoy your Thanksgiving. And you know, of course, thank God and thank the people around you. It's a great holiday. It's a holiday where family can get together and all give one thing, a nice, whatever your favorite food and dish might be on that day, traditional turkey, whatever, where it's not all about gifts and presents to everybody, which is nothing wrong with that. But as far as getting together, family, friends, looking after the less fortunate, if you could, and gather everybody together on a table is a beautiful thing for Thanksgiving. I'm going to read Mike's comment. It's a real good comment here. There is a lag time for everything. Biden spent billions, would it be, which is true, and now it's catching up to us. Yeah, it's a fair comment. It's an accurate comment, and it's a true comment. And there's a lot of different things happening right now, and it is true, Mike. 100%. I mean, looking at the camera. But all I'm saying is at least my thoughts. Let me just say thank you here. We got a super chat. I make Subarus and Trump screwed us. Tariffs hurt. Hey, thank you for the comment and thank you for the donation. I'll make sure I pass that along to the homeless people. Thank you so much. And thank you for the high five, Thomas. Appreciate that. Missed the high five. Missed some of these comments here. Mike, that's true. But all I'm saying is the people, at least the people I'm talking to, they agree with what you're saying, and they're probably on here saying it, like Ozzy and my uncle and many others. But all I'm saying is, the shakeup is coming in the White House and the cabinet. So Trump is acknowledging that. That's fantastic. But we got to start seeing a difference now, right? The blame, we all know, most of us on here, probably 100% of us on here, 99.9 realize that it was the worst. We know it was the worst economy, worst presidency, worst administration, bunch of lies. If you ask me, a lot of them should probably, for me, a lot of them should be prosecuted. But anyhow, not to get into that directly, but at the same token, people want it better. People want to see a better economy with the holidays coming, and mostly the groceries. Mostly the groceries. So we got to get that working on. I continue to say this on the last 2, 3, 4 lives now. So we just got to be a solution, at least a better solution. And I think Trump knows that. And that's why Trump is out publicly letting these words come out. He didn't actually come out and say that Susie Wiles is going to be gone, but the reports I'm hearing that Susie Wiles might be fired in 2026. And the Americans are still blaming Biden. Like Mike said, blaming Biden. This is what they say. But want Trump to help the economy now. And that's what it comes down to. Now, that's up to you guys to agree, yes or no. Running out of time. The alarm clock is on. Alarm clock. It's ringing. Help. We need help, Trump. We know it's not all your fault. We know it's 90% the administration. But Trump, you are a leader. We know you have ended 8 wars. We know you're going to end Ukraine and Russia. You know you're for the people. We know you're helping, cleaning up the cities. You're one of us. We love it. We love how you come out and use profanity here and there and doing this, doing that. We know you closed the borders. We know you lowered the gas prices. You're trying. You had a mayor on. You want to help New York out. You're willing to help New York out. You're a better man and being mature and using the right answers. But economy, wallet, pocketbook, bank account. How's it now than it was 6 months ago? How's it now than it was a year ago? Some of you might say, just fine, Sal. I'm working my ass off. But at the end of the day, we got to get the price of goods down. As far as tariffs, yes, some of that is blame. But long term, I believe the outcome is going to be amazing. All right, let me get into some comments here. World War III is around the corner. Around the corner, mark my words, it's all circling the drain. Thank you for that comment. I don't think we're going to have a world war. We're going to have some, unfortunately, some more of these protests and riots and that kind of stuff. As far as like a civil war or World War III, or you're saying World War III, you didn't say Civil War, I'm saying Civil War. I don't think that. I think Trump has made peace. I think other nations, I was going to say fear Trump, and that is true fear, but more importantly, these other nations trust Trump, common sense Trump. They know that even if they disagree on some of the terrorists, how could they agree, right? But I think they know long term it's the right move, and they know when the United States that we do well, then other countries are going to do well. So I don't see it happening, at least under Trump, unless something crazy would happen out of nowhere, which anything's possible. I would say no. All right, let me read that comment there. What we got? I feel that Trump, comment from RC20956. I quote, I feel Trump fooled us and he hasn't done shit. Thank you for your comment and your opinion. I see inflation was up after COVID across the world. Absolutely. LGBT. What we got over here? LGBT. Hey, welcome in. Good to see you, my friend. Happy Thanksgiving. I'm a mega and I registered Republican, but the RNC frustrated me. If they stop with the identified policies and campaign affordability, which we have a strong case on, we'll win much more. So well said, my friend. High five and good to see you. So, great comment. I'm glad I was able to catch that comment. I'm glad I was able to catch that. Yeah. Selling chips to Chinese, enriching them and his family. We're going to get into that in a few more weeks. I want to get more information on that. A lot of that's going around, but yeah. So everybody has their different opinions on the economy right now. You know, a lot of people have their opinions and looking at it in all different angles, right? At the end of the day, what really matters is a better economy, you know. And I don't want to see a $100 store, you know. I want to bring back the dollar store, but I think the dollar store is done. Anybody still have a dollar store in your neck of the woods? Anybody see a dollar store? I see $2.99, $2.69. Where the hell you get $2.69? Just make it $3. $2.69. What the hell you got to do with $2.69? But $100 store, don't laugh. Within the next 5 years. Imagine that. Woo! That's scary. Think about it. $100 store. I'm just kidding. No, I mean, it is crazy on how we just look back and $1.25, $1.50 in Florida. Yeah, I mean, a lot of that. $1.50. Seeing a couple $1.50s in here. Let's see here. Ozzy says Dollar General. Nothing is a buck though. Yeah, that's all lies, you know. I see that here too, Mike or Ozzy, excuse me. I see that here too. I see $1, see $1 or Dollar General, and you're going it's $1.35 or whatever it is. So I see here. Some says I got a Dollar Tree near me. $1.25 now in Northwest Florida. Hey Tony, how are you? Good to see you. Thank you for the comment. Appreciate you. Let's see. Somebody was asking about the Doge check. The Doge check, remember that? Simple question. Let me read this comment here. A simple question. Did Trump's multiple stimulus cause inflation? During COVID? Absolutely. But what do we say? No? Yeah. But what do we do when the country shut down? What do we do when they shut down the nation? Not for one day, not for 1 month, for years, 2 years, whatever it was. What do you do? What do you do with people? I mean, what do you do with like myself? I'm self-employed, personal trainer, and gyms are closed. What do you do with hairdressers like my wife? What do you do where, you know, people? So we had no choice, you know. And so, but to answer your question, I know you just asked. Yes. Let's see here. Somebody said get a real job. Putin loves Agent Trump. From Andrew. What's going on, Andrew? Do you think the women should have a right to vote? 100%. Brandon, how are you tonight? Brandon Rodriguez. Absolutely. The greed of people, we're taking advantage of people. Absolutely. Trump supporters. Letitia's going to be, she can be prosecuted again tonight if she wanted. That's simple. So, according to some of the attorneys I talked to. Yeah. I think so, Tony. Yeah, we talked about that last night, Tony. You know, but Tony, you're right. But I also think, Tony, you can disagree. I also really think he cares about New York. But you're 100% right, Tony. I also believe that he cares about the people and talk about economy. You got to be, I don't know what kind of money you need in New York to live whatever a decent life is. But you're right, Tony. By the way, guys, I put on one of my posts. You know me. I like to put on, because I'm getting so damn old, the yo-yos. Remember the yo-yos? So I found a yo-yo. Holy shit. I forgot how to even use the yo-yo. I put it on my post. Remember the yo-yo? Yo-yo. Thank Trump for the Operation Warp Speed. Hey, I appreciate you guys being here tonight on this Tuesday. Hope everybody's preparing for the Thanksgiving. If you're going to do turkey, get it now. Get it now and thaw it out. Ozzy. I hope you guys, if you're going to have turkey, make sure you get it. It takes, according to my wife, it takes 2 days to thaw it out. So, what do you guys plan on having for Thanksgiving? I asked that question last night. I'd like to hear. Traditional turkey? Yo-yos. Yeah, found one of my yo-yos. Lots of gravy. I like that. You sound like you're Italian. Gravy. Pork loin. Janine. Yeah, we're having pork too, Janine. My wife, remember, she's Puerto Rican now. I know, Sal. She's having a pork and turkey. I don't like either. I have no say. I don't like either. I'll have a slice of turkey and maybe a little bit of pork. For me, just give me some raviolis and a cigar and a little scotch, and that's it. Always good to see you. Good to see everybody who was on here tonight. A little lower attendance than last night, but appreciate everybody here on this Tuesday. If you're new to the channel, deviled eggs sound real good, man. I like it with mustard. Deviled eggs with mustard and a jalapeno. Sounds damn good. You're going to make me eat those now. Matter of fact, as soon as this live's over, I'll probably end up going to Smith's, our supermarket, and get some eggs. Turkey roll with sausage stuffing. Man, I'm see now. I knew I set myself up. Now I'm getting hungry. So my uncle made long hot peppers stuffed with sausage. Of course, we say sausage. It was really good, he says. With bacon bits, Brandon. You're killing me over here. I'm reading it. Lasagna. Garfield. Let's see here. This was Biden economy being now fixed by Trump. Absolutely. Not the question. It's how fast can he do it? Garlic. Goose with oyster stuffing. Whoa. Interesting. I might be coming over there. I might be knocking on your door. Knock, knock. Knock, knock. It's YouTube Sal. Get the hell out of here. Yeah. 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 The hell's Abraham Lincoln? Where did that come at? Duck. Tony, a little duck. Haitian food. Oh, I know, as far as the inflation, which is our topic tonight, things got to get better. It cannot get any worse, right? We got to get it on track. And Trump's acknowledged that. He's ready to clean house, according to some of the sources that I'm listening to. And once again, Susie Wiles might be the one to get fired, along with a couple others. As speaking of printing money, the source I'm hearing, they're going to be printing more money. So Trump is mad, upset, and he's acknowledging we have a problem with the economy. Uphill battle. We need to get inflation down. End of the day, and we got to make it affordable again. Excuse me, sorry about that. Affordable again for all of us. We got to get first-time buyers in the homes. We got a healthcare that's effed up. We got to have, groceries got to get down. No reason a family has to spend $400 a week on groceries. We got to get that down a little bit. And if you are a Republican or you're MAGA, if this does not happen I think it will. I think we're going to have a better economy. The question is how better for a lot of us. If it doesn't happen, then it's a bit concern on midterms. Because you say, well, wait a minute, Sal. Democrats have screwed up so much. I get it. Most of us know it. You know, socialism, this, that, whatever. But again, people have this short memory on all that. And when it comes down to midterms, sometimes people are based on how the economy. But I think the economy will get better. I'll read a couple comments out of the chat here. Universal, let's see here. Universal healthcare, a healthier nation is a strong nation. Thank you for your comment. Appreciate you. Uncle Donnie is a mess. Tariffs results next year. Yes. We got over here. Max says Democrats going to win. Responding to what I said, midterms. I think that's what you're alluding to. Fun fact, Trump said he never went to the Epstein Island. Never, never, never. While Clinton did. You know, just to be fair, you're right about Trump. There hasn't been any evidence, but there's also no evidence that I've seen, unless you've seen, that Clinton was there. Now, Clintons have hired an attorney based on a lot of the allegations that came out on Trump opening up the Supreme Court and passing the House on the Epstein files and letting loose. So that could show signs that Bill Clinton could be guilty. But as far as him being there, just to be honest, or just to be true, there's no evidence to either one president. And according to Dorkowicz, Dorkowicz was Epstein's attorney, Maxwell. He said there was no presidents who were involved. So, if you believe Dorkowicz, I'm just be honest with you. But yeah, they do have an attorney, according to sources out there. And when I say them, former President Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton. And then we got those other 6 Democrats being investigated. A lot of stuff has happened. Democrats have fell apart, guys. You know that. I know that. That's not what we're... next you're going to say that Trump was never friends... Or next you're going to say that Trump was never friends with Trump. Yeah. Hey, Paul, you meant with Epstein. No, I'm not going to say that. They had a... whatever you want to say, arm around engagement and whatever. So just because people are friends and these horrific things happen to these young ladies doesn't mean you're guilty. You know that, and I know that. So that goes to anybody. You have to have evidence that they participated in these horrific acts with these young ladies' massages for YouTube. All right. Let's see here. Democrats are united. Hey, thank you so much for your comments. Appreciate all Republicans, all Democrats, all of yous on here tonight. Where you found the channel where you can express and, voice your opinion in a mature manner. I just want to stop for a second and acknowledge a super chat donation here from Frank once again. Besant and Linux need administration. Thank you, Frank. Maybe. Thank you. Maybe. We got over here. Trump removed every article government was an honor. Democrats will take over and win. Marvin thinks the Democrats will take over and win in midterms. Think so, Marvin? We'll see, Marvin. We'll see what happens. Again, it has to do in the next couple weeks or month based on, in my opinion, the economy, because everything else Trump's got it, in my opinion, in a perfect, as far as making peace and out there and ending, stopping the immigration, stopping the illegals from coming here. It all going to come down to, Marvin, is our wallets and how people go to vote on those midterms, and that'll make a difference. Yeah. Why would you fire people for doing Trump's? See, I'm not sure what are you alluding? You talking about the cabinets and people getting fired? I'm not sure what you mean on that. 2000 tariff rebates will not see that one at all. Chris, I'm not so sure about that. I think opposite. I think we will see it. I know a lot of people want it right away, but I think we will see it because Trump used the words promise. I continue to say, if you're new to this channel, like a broken record, Trump didn't say might. I promise Americans, not all Americans, but a middle class kind of thing. I'm sure it'll be the same as that stimulus, 150,000 and under, that people will get that. So I'm not sure I agree with you on that. I think it was Chris. I think we might see it. Now, will it be this year, where I was hoping for most Americans, or next year? Thank you, Lemon J. Absolutely. Yeah, we gotta. If you wanna, Trump has done so much. Let's not forget what Trump has done. I mean, he's literally saved us, right? Again, only in my opinion, if Trump wasn't president and we had another Republican president or this socialism left, we probably wouldn't be sitting here on a live video, right? And we would probably be trapped in our homes, or who knows when to go shopping, or who knows what they would come up with, or diagnose us with, or say, mosquito virus, or some crazy, So I'm glad we're with President Donald Trump, and he is making a difference. Let's not forget that. I am just concerned about where a lot of people are concerned about. We help out the homeless, and where we stand on that, on these. I would say they're critical times here as far as groceries go. All right. All right. Somebody said Democrats will take the midterm. Thank you for your comment. Yep, absolutely, Janine. You're right, 100%. Great comment there on John 3:16. Hold on. Socialism is bad. Socialism is rich people's sport. Hold on. I missed the comment here. I wanted to go back even to 1964. No matter Trump, somebody was talking about the terrorists. I don't know if it got erased or what. If Trump would send out 2,000 to every American, every living American, then it would cause a problem with inflation. Is that what you were saying? I think you said it would cause. I don't know. The message got erased. Apologize. Oh, inflation. Absolutely. Yeah. My thought was to take $2,000 and put it in a better healthcare, and come up with a healthcare, at least short term, because we need a healthcare. That's we're talking about the economy in today's life, right? I wanted to try to kind of stick to the topic a little bit, but I would say, but then a lot of people would come on and say, well, easy for you to say, I need that money right now. I need it for groceries. So it's a tough one. But I would say try to put it into some kind of account where people who really need it. And there was something on there where they were trying to do that. Hey, Richard, how are you, Richard? Always good to see you, my friend. Won't be this year. I would say May, June 26th. The tariffs check. Only sooner if the economy take a dive. Probably right, Richard. I mean, we don't know. We just don't know. Mike says, give it to the farmers. There you go. There's an American right there. Give it to the farmers. High five, fist bump. So, Richard, I mean, yeah, I'm hearing that. I'm also hearing that it can happen in the beginning of the year. And what we're talking about is the tariff rebate stimulus check for some Americans, $2,000. We'll have to say, I think we're going to see it. Billions for Ukraine, none for our pain. Trump, con man. Thank you for that message. I disagree on the con man and some of the other stuff in that comment, but thank you. We got here from Ron Trump. I think it was what was it? Needs established. I think we put in there establish something. Establish living wages. Yeah. Yeah. Lemon J. Happy that Snap is making people reapply. Hundreds of thousands are cheating. Yeah, it's pretty accurate. Pretty accurate. Massive layoffs because of AI. Yeah, that's pretty accurate too. Yeah. There is living wage at a real job. And also we had a donation here I missed. Um, I want to acknowledge that if I could. I think it was from Barry again, sending us thank you. All scares me from Christy. Justin says all lies. This guy is nothing but a liar. That guy meaning Trump. A lot of interesting comments in here. Old school gangster. No. Imagine still supporting Trump. At the end of the day, guys, once again, all I'm hoping for, and Trump has acknowledged we have a problem with the economy, and that's why he wants to shake things up, is our dollar to go a little longer, and to have less people that are homeless, and just to get us on track. Let's not go back. Once again, job reports are 41%, economy 30% according to Fox. That's not good. 20-25% of mega, a lot of us on here, how Trump is handling the economy. That's up from 10 to 15%. So I'm just giving you some stats according to the Fox, whether you believe them or not. And Trump is not happy with the economy himself, and he wants to make it more affordability in 2026. So he is going to shake up Congress a little bit, or the cabinet, and get rid of some of those people, according to what I'm hearing, and get some new voices, some new thoughts, and get together with Trump and hear what they got to say about moving forward, not only to save the midterms, but more importantly to that is to be affordable. Have our dollar going a little longer way. Need to move somewhere. Oh, you're responding to that previous comment, Ozzy. I just want to take a second to acknowledge Crystal, who's in here. Crystal, I'm sure you're getting prepared for your Thanksgiving cooking. Preparing. It's Tuesday. Tomorrow's Wednesday, and we got Thanksgiving. Thank you all for being here tonight, once again, on this Tuesday. Appreciate each and every one of you. I'll read a few more comments here. Let me be the first to say happy Thanksgiving. There's a good chance we'll be live one more time this week, probably tomorrow. And wishing everybody a peaceful Thanksgiving with your loved ones and your friends. And thanking those around you. Particularly the man upstairs, as my grandfather would say. God. We picked up a 16.5-pound turkey over here for $5.99. So good. That's amazing. Not over here. Not in Vegas. Not even close. Arthur, what's happening? Good to see you. Not even close here in Vegas. Let's welcome in and say thank you to Mindspeak. High five, fist bump. Do you think any illegal is a criminal? Do you think we need a background check and let good people stay? Or do you agree? No, I oppose to that. We need, once you come here, you are illegal, period, right? And, so we got to have people come here, come through the progress. The only thing is we gotta think of a way to make it where the people on the farms and people who've been living here for many years, not to necessarily remove them and then pay a percentage. Just my thoughts. I think Trump has mentioned that, or J.D. Vance maybe one of them. And it's a fine line there. But no, if you come here, You got to come here legally. You have to come here through that process. And now, a lot of people would say, well, there's a lot of nice people who come here, and that's true. There's a lot of people here from Venezuela and New Mexico, but once you step foot and you come here illegal, that's a crime. It's a crime. People think they have to do a crime. And no, it's a crime just to come here illegal, right? Yeah, there's got to be a fee for those who've been living here. I don't know. I'm just saying, and they need to pay into a fee. I don't want to throw out a percentage. 10%, 20%. I'm sure most of the people that have been living here for 10, 15 years, working on the farms, whatever they're doing, trying to run a business or working for a business, I think they would agree to that. I know they would agree that paying a percentage in was the fair thing to do, right? Depending from Frank, depending on how long they have been here. Yeah, Frank, that's why I said, what did I say, 20 years, and then I lowered it to 10 years? I don't know, Frank. 10 years maybe, or more. 20 years or more. 5 years is probably not enough. I'm just saying, I don't know. That's not up to me. If I had to throw a number, I'd say 10 years. Bread rolls sound damn good. I was watching a Crystal from Scratch Hat. I was watching a YouTuber. She was from Switzerland, I think, Crystal, real quick. And she was making homemade bread. It's amazing on how they do it. It's a whole process, man. It was like taking hours. I was falling asleep. I mean, not falling asleep because I was bored. It was just, but it was unique on how they did their bread. And I think it was Switzerland. Matter of fact, I was 100% sure it was Switzerland. 38 trillion with a T in January 25, but now it's 38 in November. Yeah, there's a lot of things that we need to work on, and Trump knows that. Again, Trump's not God. He's not perfect if it's your first time here. But I believe in my heart that we ended up one of the best presidents. Still work to do. We talked about it for about an hour now, a little over an hour and 2 minutes. I talked about the economy, and a lot of MAGA, or some of MAGA, are disappointed and feel that it's got to be a lot better. And the people I talk to who are still supporting Trump also feel there's nothing wrong on coming out and saying we have a problem with the economy, but not to lose hope on the president of the United States, President Trump, or whoever the president might be. That's our problem, I think, at times, that we need to acknowledge perfect, okay, perfect, not good, right? We need to, when we can acknowledge that we're the people. Trump won the people's vote. We need to acknowledge that it could be better, and I think that's a good thing. And I think Trump is listening. He knows. He don't need to listen. He sees it, and so let's hope, pray that we can get a situated groceries down. We know gas went down in most states, and we can get into the 2026 or even before that and a better economy for all of us on here, right? And it's not about winning a house. Sure, as a conservative, I want to win the house, but it's more so than winning the house, just a better economy, and we gotta eliminate print more money. So with that said, I'll read a few more comments. Thank you for that last donation. Appreciate you guys. Hey, thank you so much. If you're new, I appreciate you guys, all new subscribers. I see a lot of my loyal subscribers on here tonight. Make sure you have all notifications on not just this YouTube channel, all YouTube channels that you enjoy, that you have all, so you get notified. Hopefully YouTube sends it out like it did last night, and get it out there to enjoy your favorite YouTube and show. Read a few more comments real quick before we end this night. We have official Donald Trump in the house. Welcome in, President Trump. Appreciate you. Will do, Crystal. And right back to you. Internet hug to you and Isabel and your husband and your family, whoever you are having over for Thanksgiving. That goes to everybody on here. Once again, let me be the first. Wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving, that we're very thankful. Those people around us, they're with us today. Enjoy your favorite meal, whatever it might be. Enjoy it, and If you know a neighbor that might be by themselves, ask them, hey, you want to come over and have Thanksgiving? You know, what's wrong with that? I don't see anything wrong with that. Oh, let me shout out to a loyal subscriber on here, Felicia Bess. Subscribing from day one. Appreciate Felicia. Matter of fact, high five, fist bump from day one subscriber like Richard, moderator Richard. Appreciate it. Felicia. Yeah, send me a photo and send me one in the mail. Yeah, right, Sal. Good luck with that. Thank you, Crystal. Yeah, tease me. Maribel will try. Whoa. We'll do some of her, what's that, Antonio or Anton? Yeah, high five. Sure, you get a high five fist bump. High five fist bump to everybody. Even the haters. Thank you, Felicia. I did. Signkeeper, thank you. Thank you. And all your donations. So stop it. You've done so much, Signkeeper. Thank you so much. God bless you. Thank you. Whoa, it comes back. You didn't have to do that. Stop it. High five fist bump 10 times over here. $100, 10 times. Thank you. Yeah. Signkeeper, thank you so much. I think I missed it. So thanks for reminding me. Appreciate you. So much you do. You and Ozzy and Crystal, all you know, everybody on here. Even the haters, appreciate each and every one of you. God bless each and every one of you. Enjoy your Thanksgiving. Spend some time with your family on Thanksgiving. You know, if you get bored after a few cocktails, then go on a YouTube and check out a live. Not sure if I'm going to be on here. Maybe I will. We might do a quick live of my wife's great turkey. We'll see. But make sure you spend time, not just on Thanksgiving, the rest of this week, as much as you can, Chris. Thank you so much. Make sure you spend that quality time with your family. And if you're by yourself, you know, we're family here. Come on live. We'll be live tomorrow 100%. There's always people out there who care. Trust me, even though there's some of these people are miles away. And a lot of times you don't even see these people. One of the good things about these lives, yes, they did. The Cowboys beat the Eagles. I was going to send you a text out. I said, no. I'm just kidding, Crystal. So yeah, the Cowboys did beat the Eagles. What a terrible game if you're an Eagles fan. But yeah, make sure you know, I was going to say is a lot of times you don't see these people, but you know, there's people out there who do care and who will help out in their words. They can. Now, I just want to shout out one talking about Karen and sponsoring a lot of these lives, and I know this person is probably going like this. Is Mindspeak dropping a $5 super chat? Thank you so much. Tariffs are not taxes. That's correct. But increase the price of goods. Correct again. And that's the problem for whoever is trying to get out of hard times. Wow. I mean, you and Ozzy, I mean, I got to have you on. I mean, really. And thank you for the donation. But, well said, right, guys? That's really well said. Wow. Smart. What did I just do here? Did I accidentally time somebody out here? If I actually timed out, Crystal, I'm sorry if I timed you out. Shit. Oh, no, I didn't. Yeah, that's why I got to keep. I'm trying to get the heart, and sometimes the chat moves up and down. And I thought I accidentally timed out the previous comment, which was the Cowboys and Eagles. And then Crystal said, oh, my God, is that pissed that the Eagles lost? But thank you, Minds Speak. Thank you. And thank you, Chris. Appreciate yours earlier. Barron Trump will make it in 20. I think so, Chris. He stands tall. He's the leader, Chris. Maybe. Or the 2088. 2088. Sorry, my apologies. 2048. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I believe with that comment. Terrorists against USA for years. Americans should have put terrorists. Well, Bill Clinton talked about it. Hillary talked about it. Nancy Pelosi talked about it. A lot of people talked about it. It just never went through. They had enough balls to do it. Signkeeper anytime. We'll have fun. Cigars on me, you know, whatever. We'll have a good time. Come anybody. That goes for anybody. Signkeeper was just, what the hell is Sal talking about? About coming to see me in the summer. Coming to see me where? Where you at? For those who are new. Las Vegas. Absolutely. But it would be fun, Signkeeper. I know it will. The terrorists have been talked about from previous cabinets and presidents, and nobody really wanted to do it because they're worried about their legacy. They're worried about if it didn't work, instead of thinking that it will work because nothing else is working. So, but you know, it is hard for people. We got to be open minded because I talk to friends who do business overseas in Germany, Taiwan, and they're hurting. So it's hard. It's easy. It's easy for us to say it takes time, but once you're involved with, you know, the cost coming over, and particularly a small business, it can hurt you, and it's hard. So I'm down the middle with it. You know, I really am. I mean that. All right. Yeah. But you know what? The other way was not working, right? So sometimes we got to try another way. But also, President Trump has also acknowledged that, and also lighten up on the tariffs. I believe it was in Argentina and some other countries to help bring food supplies. So he's already acknowledged some of that and brought it down a little bit. So, you know, again, he's working for the American people. I don't have no idea what the hell you're talking about. No, I don't either. I appreciate you guys being here tonight. Hey, once again, guys, I'll give everybody about 2-3 minutes to say goodbye to the ones you were chatting back and forth with. Thank you for being respectful for those who were, and for those who weren't, a little spanking. I'm just kidding. Hey, thank you for being here. I give everybody about 2-3 minutes to say their goodbyes. A couple good comments coming here at the end from Governor Hot Wheels and Jacob here, reading yours as we speak. And it's impossible to read all the comments, guys, you know. So, thank you for the lighting disco. Appreciate it. Thank you. High five, fist bump. Appreciate all the donations on today's live, previous live. Once again, shout out to our loyal subscribers from day one. Felicia, I'm embarrassing Felicia. It's not unnoticed. Thank you for all our moderators. Lemon J, Mike M, Crystal Richmond, and Isabel, and Aaron. Isabel and Aaron you don't see on here. They're behind the scenes to make everything nicey nice. Shout out to Ozzy, one of our sponsors, and everybody else on here who have helped out in many ways. I'll read a few more. Signkeeper, thank you so much for all your support. I know a lot of you are saying it, but thank you. It's not unnoticed. Appreciate it. Once again, if you're new to the channel, we help out the homeless when we can. We're out there. We got plenty of shorts out there. Check out the most recent one today. Guy needed a Band-Aid. Got cut all over the place. Suffering from his addiction, and went in. Price of Band-Aids was like $3.99. He was worried about the price. Man, you know, and he just wanted a Band-Aid. And you know, and then I said, you want a cup of coffee or anything else? He goes, I don't want a coffee, but I'm looking out for my girlfriend. You know, just a human being out there suffering from some hard times, and hopefully he gets the help. But anyhow, if you are coming across, you have an addiction, remember this. Only you could make that change. Not me. You got to make that change and be better to yourself, so you can end up living a better life. Remember that. Never forget that, guys. And that goes for addictions, just being a better father, a better grandfather, a better husband, a better wife, whatever it is. We only can make that change. Thank you so much for being here, guys. God bless you all. Have a happy Thanksgiving. I will be live tomorrow for those who can't make it. Thank you. Happy Thanksgiving to you and your family. I'll see you on the next live. Thank you for all those donations. We will forward them over to the homeless people. Promise you that. We will continue helping out the homeless. A lot of great channels out there. Just for Nate. Many big ones out there. Showing some love out there a little bit. Everybody's unique in their own little ways, and we have our little unique way. God bless. Lemon J, thank you so much as well for that super chat tonight. Appreciate all your love and your support and your comment. Beautiful comments, Lemon J. Love you. Take care, guys. See ya.